Good afternoon, Facebook world. I am so excited this afternoon, I should say, to have probably one of the most prolific bands that I have just grown up knowing, being exposed to, and just being just the epitome of bands from the House of God Church, where I came from. Man, the Lee Boys. What else can I say? The Lee Boys. How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, Dante?
What's going on, man? It is so. First of all, it's so good to see you all. It's so good to connect with you all. I'm so excited, man, to talk with you all because I grew up watching you guys, man. You guys were probably like the first real church band, for real. Like that I ever played with, been a part with, been like family to me since day one, man. I remember, I'm gonna just tell this quick story. I remember being in Delray, and I think you alluded to this, Alvin, earlier. I was in Delray Beach, Florida. I was a little boy. I don't know who was up singing, but I walked up to the front and I got on the drums. All I remember, y'all had on these jackets. They was all the same color. And y'all was slamming. And I played for a soloist or a choir or something. And when the soloist got through, you know, the drummer's dream was for us to start jamming after the soloist. And that's exactly what happened. And I started jamming with y'all. And y'all turned around and looked at me like, who is this little kid? Up here hanging with the Lee Boys.
I know, man. That was fun, man. I remember that, man. Me and Glenn used to talk about that. And because you were so young, man, we was like, man, is this boy going to be able to hang with us? Because, you know, with us, our drummers, you know, with Cece and Benji, back in the day, you know, you used to have to have that drive, especially when we started jamming, you know. And then you got on there, man, you killed it, man. That was fun.
It was exciting. So that everybody knows who everyone is, let's just go around the room. Alvin, we have already made introduction. Alvin Lee. I don't know how you all identify yourselves. Y'all have like a little code like Lee Boy?
Man, well, for me, well, you know, with me, I'm Alvin Lee. I'm Uncle Al. I'm Big Al. Mr. Lee, Coach Lee. So all the, you know, but nah, just Big Al.
Just Big Al.
Nobody but easy.
Nobody but easy. So Earl, you've already put it in. Tell them who you are and what you do.
Hey y'all, it's Big Earl from Miami. Big Easy.
Big Easy.
Boys.
The drummer.
Yeah, yes sir.
And then I have Alvin Cordy.
Yo.
What's going on, Alvin?
Yeah, hello there, Dante.
Tell them who you are and what you do, man.
Yeah, well, actually, I'm Lil Al. They call me Lil Al because there's a bunch of Alvins in our family. Well, you know how that is. But yeah, I'm the bass player, vocalist slash. But yeah. Pretty much the Alvin, Lil Al.
Hype man.
Hype man. Tell them the truth.
The hype man.
The hype man. I'm the energy, and also you know, yeah. I just love the energy, you know.
That's cool. Then we have Derrick, one of the most premier vocalists.
Dante, what's up, bro? Yeah, I'm one of the vocalists. I'm number two. I'm the
number
two. I'm the second. I'm number two. Wait till you gonna see who number one is.
Derrick. And then last but not least, we have big brother Keith Lee. What's going on, Keith? Unmute yourself. How you doing, man?
There go Bishop.
I'm all right. How y'all doing? Bless the Lord.
We good, man. We good. It's so good to see you, man.
Yes.
Yeah. So we just gonna dive into the conversation, man. First of all, I was talking to a group from South Florida just a couple of weeks ago, and almost every steel player, almost every musician, I don't care what it was, what we were talking about, the Lee boys, name just kept coming up. Glenn Lee, Alvin, you know, Keith, all of the Lee boys, everybody's, you know, just kept talking about the Lee boys and what you guys have done and what you guys are doing. I guess, Alvin, I can start with you. How did all this get started with you all? Where did it begin?
Oh my goodness. I mean, you know, where do I even start? You know, first of all, a lot of people don't know really, man, the Lee Boys essence really all started from my dad.
Wow.
You know, my dad, you know, he actually played the lap steel. He played a little bit of the lap steel. He played trombone. But the thing what made my dad so special for us, he was a huge fan of a lot of the marquee steel players.
Okay.
You know, my uncle Lorenzo, Henry Nelson, Ted Beard, and then Calvin Cook. So, you know, my dad used to always go to Nashville, and he would come home and, you know, he would have all these tapes, and he would actually play, and all the boys would sit around, and, you know, that's kind of where it got started. And actually, before even Glenn, my brother Keith was supposed to be the original steel player.
Whoa.
Yeah, Keith was, but Keith said, nope, I don't want to play. I want to sing. So,
Wow.
you know, and he did that. So, you know, Glenn, of course, you know, took the steel, and it just kind of got started from there. So, you know, our heritage go all the way down. And I got to give the kudos from my dad, because that's all he did. He played, and, you know, and of course my mom, she sung, and then we got the more educational start really was from my sister Robin. You know, she was, you know, she knew how to, she taught piano.
Mm-hmm.
So she actually gave she was the oldest, so she gave all us lessons, you know, on how to play the piano. And, you know, so we came from such a musical heritage family, and really you could not be in our family and not do something musical. So that's all where it started from.
Wow. I never knew that about even Keith being
the
actual steel player. Wow.
Yeah, he was before Glenn. He just
I don't know. Keith, you would have been a deadly force, man, because not only did you have the vocals, but then you would have been jamming on steel. I don't know if the Florida East Coast could have handled that.
Yeah. So that's how I got started. And from there, when our sisters had kids, then that's where, you know, Lil Al, Earl, and Roosevelt came up under us, and it just, you know, from there it just, you know, it just took off from there. Yeah,
I know we don't have Rosie on here right now, but he will be joining us a little bit later. But, man, that's awesome. So it was in the family. It seemed like it was in the blood.
Yeah, it was in the blood.
Say that again, Keith.
I was saying, don't forget the Uncle Lorenzo.
Yeah. Lorenzo used to come down, and the thing is, Lorenzo, actually, my mom, that was my mom brother. So as little boys,
Uncle, mama's
right.
uncle.
That was my mom, uncle, but my mom, grandma, that was her brother. So, but anyway, he used to come down all the time, and I mean, we had so many tapes, and he would come down and want to, you know, show us different things. And so that was a big part, you know, on the Jewel side. And then, of course, us growing up on the East Coast, you know, the East Coast, you know, we were real dominant with the Nelson, with Henry Nelson.
Right.
And that style, you know. But I'll let the other boys talk, but I'll tell you how me and Glenn got versed, because it was a saxophone player named Winston Blunt, and what he did was he used to go to these assemblies up in Detroit, and you know, he started, you know, bringing us different tapes, you know, tapes of like Ted and you know, Calvin and the Campbell brothers, and so that's how we got diverse with the other style.
Wow.
So really, that, you know, that's how that came in. It's a long story. I don't have time to tell all about, but that's how we kind of mixed in with, you know, the Nelson, and started blooming out from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, that's incredible. So when you said Lorenzo, you're talking about Lorenzo
Harrison.
Harrison.
Oh, yeah.
So I wanted to make that connection so that everybody knows that it's close ties with the, you know, with the Jewel Dominion style of playing and how you guys are just related to that family.
Yeah, we grew up in that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I remember the one time that I do remember seeing Lorenzo Harrison was in Perrine. My grandmother used to have the Northern State Mass Choir down every so often. You remember that, Alvin?
Oh yeah.
And we used to, one of the places that she used to have a choir was in Perrine.
Yeah.
And this one particular time, I remember him being on steel. One weekend that we came down. So, it's such a heritage. So I want to bring Derrick in the conversation as well. What's going on, Derrick?
Dante, what's up, man?
Man, listen.
Don, I'm proud of you, boy.
Thank you, man.
Proud of you, man.
Hey, we doing this, man. We fam. So,
you know it.
Hey, you know, so you guys started playing and y'all started touring. How was it, you know, when y'all first, you know, got on the road and really started playing out? What was that experience like for you guys?
It was dope. Mm-hmm. It was dope. Like being able to get out the 4 walls and get on the road. And I think one of the things, and you know, all these other bands that are out doing it now, to see the response. The response was very similar to what we saw in church. And so to see that on the road, people, you know, just celebrating, having a good time.
Yeah.
And just, you seen it, Don, when you get out on the road, it is very similar to what you see that goes on in a church service. So that was dope, us being able to see that for the first time over in Canada. Now I think that was the starting ground.
Right, that's right. It, you know, and if you've never seen the Lee Boys live, it's an experience. It's a church experience. It's just a fun experience. And when they would travel and get together, the fun part was when we were all in the same cities and they would be in town and we all come and get on stage or do something together with them.
Take it back.
Man.
Take it back.
That was an experience. That was fun. What was you saying, Alvin?
Man, you know how we do. Man, we like jamming. But I want to back up what Derrick was saying with the Lee Boys. You know, I think it's important that I say this, how, you know, we really got started dealing with professional. You know, it really wasn't until after Glenn died. And that was really our key point of us going outside of the 4 walls, you know, when he died, you know, I think the Cameron brothers had, you know, they were already out. And I believe Robert Randolph had just, you know, he was starting to go out. And of course, Gent and Calvin was doing other things. But, you know, I never forget that I went to Chuck E. Field, you know, and they kind of just gave me that little torch saying, you know, this would be a great way for you, you know, you Big Al, especially with me and Glenn, you know, to you know, just to keep our legacy going and share with the world. So I just kind of want to say that, you know, that's what really gave us start the Lee Boys, you know, to kind of take our style of music out of the 4 walls. I just wanted to plug that in.
Yeah. Hey, could I say something?
Yes.
This was before Glenn passed away, when we started with the folk Lions. Mm-hmm. When we do the shows with Bob Stone, started doing the shows with, you know, trying to show our music to the world. Mm-hmm. But we used to do the we used to do the folk music.
We used to do a lot of those folk festivals. And those was good. Yeah.
Sacred Steel Conference, Keith.
Get it out, Lee boy.
Rosie.
Our thing was to spread our love through music. The Lord said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw.
Come on.
So I think was with the Lee boy, just go lift me up. Lift him up through music.
Yes, sir.
And he said, don't go try to preach Jesus. He said, let me do my work. You just go lift me up.
Lift me up. Come on here.
Come on.
And he said, you stay in your lane. And so that's all the Lee Boys was doing, this we were just throwing water, putting water out. We were just putting water out, you know. Because a lot, if y'all remember, a lot of people used to say, "Oh, I must tell my parents that I went to church with the Lee boys," you know. So all we were just doing is just lifting them up and let God do the rest.
See, I like that. I like that. But sometimes people, the experience that we brought to them sometimes was the only church that they saw.
Right, that's right. And they want to know what church we belong to by us just going out and lifting him up.
Right.
Letting them know it's love. Man, we were selling the law. We let them know, come on in.
Come on in. That's right.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Come on. Yes,
and
sir.
He said, don't you do, he said, let me do my work. I know a lot of people say, dog, are they still drinking when y'all go to the club? Yeah, they still drink. But that wasn't our job to stop them from drinking. Our job was to show them love and let God do his work. I remember, Alvin, I don't know if y'all remember one time when after one of the Lee boys showed, one of the guys came, they felt so convicted, they gave me their drugs. They said, I felt so convicted. So I'm like, I felt like we were doing a work for the Lord, just.
Yeah, that's it, boy.
And you know, listen, and one thing about us, man, we can say baby, baby, but man, we stop putting Jesus in that baby, baby. Lord have mercy. That's when the Holy Ghost take control.
Yes, sir.
That's right, Jeff.
This is good, and I think a lot of people need to hear that because you know we've been so judged going out into places that aren't familiar with a lot of church people, and I'll be the first to say it wasn't meant for us to stay where all the church people are. We're supposed to go if we're light, we're supposed to go in dark places to light those places up. So I'll be the first advocate to say, yes, we're supposed to go do the work so God can be exalted. So I'm with you, Keith.
That's it. Jesus did it.
Wow.
Right.
He just sit back and watch me work.
Say that again.
He said, sit back and watch me work.
Watch me work.
Wow.
Right, people gonna frown up. They're gonna say, y'all not quit. Listen, he said, shh. Watch me work. He said, let the people know I'm God.
That's right. And it, you know, I love the part when you talked about, you know, if I be lifted up. And that's one of the songs, that you guys perform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come on, help me lift him up.
Come on,
because if he's lifted, he said, I'll draw.
I'll draw. That's it.
Go ahead. Come on, preacher. Yeah.
Come on, Dante. Come on.
Hey,
Dante. You know how it was when you got behind the guitar.
Yes, sir. Yes,
you
sir.
want to do it again. You want to do it again and get up and shout with the guitar. Hey, with that in your hand. With your hand on the steel, doing your little dance.
Hey, just go for it. They don't understand. It was real, and it was real. So I'm gonna come back to this. So I gotta talk about who just joined us. The doctor, Roosevelt Collier. What's going on, man?
Hey man, look, man, I'm happy to see all my family. Hey, what up, Keith Lee? What up, Lee?
Yeah,
what up, Great Daddy?
Yeah,
I hear you over there preaching. What up, Unc? What up, Unc? What up, cousin?
Hey, man, so good to hear from y'all, man.
Easy.
It's good to see
Rosie,
you.
boy. Big Al.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
What up, Tay? What's happening?
Man, how you doing, man?
Man, I'm good, man. I am good right now, man. I'm glad to be here with like all of my family, man. This is the band is back together, right?
Yep.
This is it right here, man. Like, you know, listen, man, I miss these guys, man. It's my peoples. The peoples, man. I miss y'all boys, man. Nah, like, but seriously.
You know my address.
What? Look here, man. I forgot where we at. I need a sweet potato pie soon. All right. Nah, but hey, man, I'm well, man. I'm like
good.
Thank you so much, like real.
Good.
It's pretty good.
It's good, man. It's good for y'all, all of y'all, to be on here, man, and we just excited. So it's hard to talk about the Lee boys without bringing Glenn Lee up. You know, Glenn was influential to a lot of musicians, very influential to me. Not because Glenn was multi-talented, but Glenn was such a humble, sweet guy, and he loved to show and demonstrate. Glenn was charismatic. You know, Glenn was just all of the above.
Yeah.
So it's hard to bring up the Lee boys without talking about Glenn. I mean, everybody got stories, but Glenn was like, he was a heart to me.
Well, like, you know what, dude? That's the foundation is with both Glenn and Alvin. You know, listen, man, that's our sound. That's what I've been drilled for my last 30 years. You know, that's all I know. You know, like it's everything that Uncle Glenn and Uncle Alvin, that one right there, drilled into me. And you know what, man, it's always this, no, that's wrong. No, this is this, this and this. You know, that's all that I've known, like, you know, like all of my life. And, you know, I've learned about like, you know, like other players through them. But, you know, the thing was, you know, like every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, then back at the house.
At the house, bro.
Back at the house. Back at the house was insane. Listen, all right, man. Uncle Glenn made me sit by big amps and play loud and said, listen, like your ears got to get used to it. I was like 7, you know.
I got my one from my Uncle Glenn.
Yeah, you know. So
my one, that one that the drummer always come in on, that catch from Uncle Glenn. Hey, don't play with it either.
Yeah. Shane talked about that.
You hear?
Oh, bro. Yeah. Listen,
Shane talked about that. Benji talked about that, and and Cecil talked about it.
Yeah, man.
So that's a good observation.
That one came in hard. He learned it.
No, Earl, that's right. Listen, that's right. Because before, I played steel, I was the drummer. After Earl, you know.
After Earl.
And listen, man, that was a force to be playing with was Uncle Glenn and Uncle Alvin, but then with Cordy boy, you know, and so listen, man, that was like, you know, that was some of the best training, man, I've ever had, and like, you know, listen, I'm thankful for it like crazy, but that's just at church, man. At the house was a whole nother thing, you know, going on. Those two, dude. That's how you heard was and this is back with Uncle Alvin, and I want to say the red fretless. Wait, was it the red fretless you had? Yeah, right. It was the red fretless.
It might have been the Ken Smith, that white Ken Smith.
No. I'm not talking about the Ken Smith. Listen, man, that got some bodies on it too, but I'm talking about the red fretless. I'm talking about that red fretless. This is back in that era. Yeah. Then came the Ken Smith, right? Uncle Alvin, or like, is it wrong? It switched.
Yeah, the Ken Smith was the Ken.
Look, I'm young.
That was the long one. Then
right,
the fretless.
That was the long one, but listen, I remember the red fretless. You set up, Uncle Glenn set up, Big Red. It used to be going down. Listen, when I got the tapes, I used to still. Sorry about that. So, I know, but yeah, like, you know what, man? That's the sound. You know, that's the sound.
So let me switch to Alvin and Keith for a second, because you guys were the ones who were forefront, and Glenn, of course. You know, whenever the Lee boys would be around, I always see Alvin, I always saw Glenn, I saw Keith. And Keith would be with the choir. Sometimes Keith be directing. Keith would be singing on vocals.
Yeah, we had to bring our best game.
You had to bring it on.
And you know what? One thing I have to say that, because I get a little young sometimes, I forget sometimes. So y'all have to bear with your young people. But listen, one day Mama and Daddy told us, don't be selfless. You know, listen, your gift, go give it to the people. You know, so one thing about Alvin and Glenn that I love about, you know, the whole family, that we didn't mind sharing.
Yeah.
Dante, you remember our house used to be full of people.
Yes.
Listen, we always was taught, listen, if you don't want them, come on to the Lee house.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll give you some rice and chicken and rice. Hey, long as some love. Listen, one thing about Mama, she might not have been the best, but she had love in whatever she did. Mm-hmm. And so you be around the music, then you know after you get through playing, you come and get some chicken and rice.
You had to eat.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know,
well, I'll be like, go in there and get it on the stove.
And I love. That's one thing I love about my family, that we wasn't selfish. We wanted to give to the world. We wanted to spread our love to the world, and we, you know,
it shows.
For that.
Yeah, it shows. So Alvin.
Yeah, I think one thing.
Go ahead,
Dante.
No, with a lot of what you guys did, how did you all? I know, you know, speaking from a musician standpoint, you guys came up with y'all played together as a band. When y'all locked, the grooves were tight, the bass lines, the chords, everything, hymns, everything was just tight. And like Velt was saying earlier, I kind of attribute it, and I know Velt probably attributes it to the practice and the work that you all put in. How was it with you and Glenn and Keith and Cecil back in that day when y'all were, you know, y'all would come in, all color jackets.
Wow.
Like,
yeah. The green jacket.
Saw it, but they don't know what it took to get to, you know.
Yeah, you know, with us, man, it was we started young. You know, once me and Glenn locked in that we were going to be doing this, you know, we start studying the tapes, man. You know, Glenn, I never forget me, Glenn, and Cecil. You know, that original crew. We used to spend countless of hours. I don't know if y'all see Lil Mel, Tommy Phillips, my godson. Mm-hmm. He'd be at the church practicing. Well, what we used to do when we were young, I don't know how old we were, it was 11, 12. We would be down to the church because my Uncle Thomas used to sell dinners. I mean, we would be to the church until like 3 or 4 in the morning practicing, you know, and then, you know, Glenn was, you know, Glenn was really on it because, you know, he always wanted us to be professional about what we did. You know, he would want us to practice the beginnings. He always said we had to nail the beginning and nail the end. Yeah. You know, so, you know, then when we went to school, my dad did put me and Glenn, we took lessons. And so, you know, we started learning, you know, just theory about the music. And I'd never forget my dad, you know, he was a little bit more lenient on me and Glenn compared to Keith and my other brothers and my 3 sisters. Mm-hmm. So, you know, we got to play in the marching band. You know, we listened to a little bit more secular stuff. So that's how we got all our influences and we started putting all that together.
Yeah.
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Keith, you wanted to chime in?
You know, I mean, like, I don't know. They already know.
Well, I mean, that's how we really, you know, we practiced all the time. I mean, especially then when my dad saw Glenn was really gifted, he let Glenn go to Nashville. Glenn took lessons from the best Nashville country players because Glenn could read, you know, he could do all this stuff. And I never get my dad, if he found somebody professional, like when Glenn learned how to play the saxophone, he used to have this guy come over, remember the golden horn, give lessons. So it was, you know, my dad was really the main, you know, push for us learning because he always, you know, he just used to gloat when he see his boys, you know, progressing in this style of music that he loved, you know. And you know, that's what it was. It was dedication, practice. And then I never forget when me, Glenn, Cesar, and Bernard and Benji, you know, and we call ourselves the 4 Horsemen, and because we used to practice as a group. And then, you know, we added Keith Robinson in it, and we just had a whole entourage, man.
Right.
Yeah, so that's how we roll, man.
Hey,
Wow.
hey, Alvin, I don't know if y'all remember this, that Dad, he was like, oh my God, you have to just give it to him, you know. He loved music, and he wanted his children just to, you know, and we couldn't play football and all of that. We were the big kids.
I played football, y'all didn't.
No. I'm saying, well, yeah. But anyway,
Speak for yourself.
Speak for yourself.
okay, listen. But he wanted us to just stay around music, around church. I remember that's why when Alvin and Glenn came, that's why I gave up the guitar, because they kept pushing me, you know, because my dad, I don't know, Alvin, y'all remember Daddy, Glenn tell Daddy, you play what you play and move out the way? Because Daddy used to say that all the time in church. My son say, Daddy, you play what you gonna play, then move out the way. That's how it was with me with the guitar. I just knew that Glenn was gonna be around so long until I just knew that all I had to do is give Alvin and Glenn the eye. And see, they already knew where to go. You know, I remember Daddy was sitting at the Cal Music. Ben, Cecil, you know, whoever, whatever kid wanted to play, my daddy would pay for you to go to Cal Music.
Wow.
Would pay for you to go get your lesson. That's how
that's my own granddaddy.
When I say he loved the people.
Yeah.
Man, one day my daddy, he loved to see his people shout. And listen, when we got home, if we didn't shout, my daddy look it up. I remember when Daddy used to play the guitar.
Power, Lord, power.
If we not on that front row.
Listen, right? Listen, man, I used to get that eye.
Yeah,
when he'll sit down and we got that eye. Nod. We all got that eye.
Yeah.
But man, as soon as that nod go, we gone. It used to be a whole
that thing about
everybody else
that finger he point. Listen, man, the whole
was not you.
That's to the left.
To the left.
I remember y'all used to know, like Josh used to say, Daddy, why you get on me when I leave the board? Because I got that from my daddy.
Wow.
I don't care what other kids act up, but you don't act up.
Right.
You listen, when we home, I show you how to give God praise. You give God praise and you teach them. A lot of people say, I don't want my children to play. No, we play. Well, you keep practicing. You keep teaching your children call on the name of the Lord, and then later on, you know,
let your play become a praise.
Right.
You know,
get him, Jeffrey.
We used to get home and practice how to. We couldn't go to a lot of things we couldn't go to. So when we got home, we practiced it. We played church.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I was the preacher. I remember your brother Ed. Oh,
come on, talk about him.
With his red robe. After church. Y'all remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
The whole congregation, all y'all used to be the congregation.
Yeah,
y'all said, come on.
That's how. And listen, my dad, that's my dad used to love. And my dad, listen, I told you, if my dad was alive today, all his little grandchildren probably would be able to preach.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Everybody had a chance. To preach, you know, to give God praise. He used to teach us how, you know, when you make a mistake, he used to teach us how to correct it.
Say word.
Yeah.
Hey,
go ahead, Derrick.
You're right. Hey, Dante, listen, so I know y'all talking about the music and everything and Alvin and Glenn and all of that stuff.
Yeah.
But let me talk about Jeff, you know, because that's what I do. I don't play that stuff. I'm a singer.
You're supposed to play the guitar, though.
Hey, listen.
Talk about it. Come on, young preacher.
So, but no, hey,
bless his heart.
Let me bless his. Yeah. Let me talk about my brother Keith, right?
Yeah.
You talking about talented. So, you know, what's the other portion of the service that we you know, we were brought up on? Devotion.
Devotion.
And so that's where I watched my brother, you know, completely turn the service out. And Mom, listen, that's why I learned. I watched him do that. And listen, it wasn't until later, Alvin, I don't know when did I started singing. I didn't even know I could sing.
Me either.
You started to sing when you used to look in the mirror. I think you was coming out of middle school, going to high school.
Hey, listen, I was like, you know what? Bring it out there. I don't do any of this stuff. I don't play no music.
Uncle Derrick was a singer and dancer.
No. He started singing on Commission's second album. The first album, they was getting the, ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Commission's second album. Uncle Derrick was in the mirror singing. Getting them rose. Commission, Fred Hammond. Come on.
Hey, Dante.
Fred Hammond.
Dante.
Yes, sir.
We got to fast forward a little bit and bring it up to Lil Al.
Yeah, okay.
Because technically, Lil Alvin really.
So this is what I'm glad you said it, because this is what I was going to ask Lil Alvin. So
go ahead.
And then we can even go to you, Velt, too, and Earl. But Lil Al, so you become one of the most premier bass players, you know, with the group. How did that come to be? We talked about Alvin, Glenn, and Keith and how they started and what they did starting. How did it trickle down to you?
Well, first and foremost, you know, I was, you know, just sitting there watching Uncle Glenn and Uncle Alvin. So, you know, but then it was younger bass players that was playing in the House of God. Mm-hmm. You know, you had Terrence, you know, yeah. Terrence, Kyron, and I was like, I want to, you know, play bass in assemblies, you know, like that. And but yeah, watching them and just going around there, I had to play. It started off playing quarter notes, and that's it. 1, 4, 5, or 1, 2, 3, 4 bridge. Mm-hmm. But yeah, just watching them and adding. That's pretty much it. And
so I want to bring this up since we're talking about this, and when you talk about the number system, because Alvin, you all had a number system, right?
Yeah. We used to call it the gal.
The gal system. It works too. It works.
It worked. I remember, the reason I'm asking is because I remember being in Fort Lauderdale and, you know, coming up as a young steel player. I was still playing drums during that time, but coming up as a young steel player, I used to watch Glenn and this is when you started playing bass, Lau, and Velt was around, but it was mainly Alvin and Glenn and Lil Alvin. He would just shout out numbers. He would just be shouting numbers, and everybody knew where to go.
Yeah, and you know that mainly came when me and Glenn, you know, we knew the scale notes, right? But a lot of time we would play in the House of God. Usually, you know, you do just the 3 changes. You know, really the 1, 4, 5.
Right.
But really, in the House of God, we used to call them the changes, which is the you know, the 4 is actually the second change, and the 5 is actually the third change. So what we would do when the people that did not know how to, you know the notes, we would tell them to either go 1 before the second change or 1 after the second change, which is really is going with the scale of the notes. And then we just call it the Glenn Al Lee system. That's why we call it the gal. And we say go 1 before first, 1 before, you know, second, 1 before third, and 1 after third, you know, which is really just still the scale of the notes. And so we did that, and then anybody that they didn't even know how to play, just tell them get the note, you go to that second change, that third change, and if we need to add some extra, we'll tell you go 2 before the second. So it worked. I mean, you know, but that's what we would do, and then you know, it just kind of came out of us.
Yeah,
so,
just developing your own system.
Boot camp, but you know, that's what we did.
You could tell because of the togetherness of the music. Yeah, it was a system that you guys implemented, and you could hear it in the sound.
Look, man, that worked too, man.
Yeah, and when the jamming start, if you're a rookie, just hold a 1. But if you're a little seasoned, roll. Just roll. Just roll. That's it. Stay there. You be good.
Dante, Alvin, y'all remember when one thing about us, I remember like doing devotion. I could do the whole devotion by myself because I had to it had to have the lead boys there so we could set the tone.
Right.
So we do him like I heard the voice of Jesus say, hey, hey, hey. They know where to go. Come unto me and rest. Man, they got right.
Now, anybody else that's playing while I keep doing devotion that don't do that, oh, he get him.
He check him.
What y'all doing? Oh, I'm like the keys. Oh Lord, that's the hard.
Listen.
You know, I think we gonna tell the devil kingdom down. So listen, y'all got to be ready. If you're not ready, like Dante, remember they say, pat you on your shoulder.
You had to get up.
Yeah, you got to be ready, and you got to come with it.
Uncle Keith, listen, all right? Let me tell you this now. I'm older now, right? That was nerve-wracking playing behind you like as a young player.
Man, what? I'm like, what we doing wrong?
I was just starting off. Uncle Alvin wasn't there. It was probably me, Lil Alvin and Earl, maybe somebody, and you gave us that eye when you turn around. I'm like, hey, I'm learning. Bear with me.
Yeah, like some pressure, man.
I'm like, hey, not in church now.
I can tell you that right now.
Hey, Bill, they got the pressure.
But you got it. Right?
Who they got the pressure? Who they got the pressure from, though?
Oh, of course.
They got the pressure from. So of course, we had to get that pressure 3 times harder.
Yeah, we got, but you know, it wasn't always fun. Though. You know, it was a fun pressure. It was nerve-wracking pressure.
It gave us what we needed.
Like, no, I don't want to play. I just want to carry.
It was. No, I give it to you. It was reckoning.
Hey, you know, it's plenty of times me on the bass at whatever. I just had tears rolling down my eye because I got my feelings hurt. And I was like,
your feelings are hurt, man.
Oh, they were hurt, baby.
Dante, you remember how many times Roosevelt had to run the bathroom when he got ready to play? Because he was scared to play.
Hey, wait, hold on. All right, so back to Dante. Hey, man.
bathroom.
Silence.
Somebody need to mute him. Big Al. Hey.
Yeah.
I want to say so. I can say so many things with that.
I told, hey.
Somebody go get him.
Hey.
Robert Harris.
But no, Dante, this is really good, man. We really appreciate this, man.
This is good.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
No, it's you know what? It's what it was. That's how we started. We were nervous. We had people that was over us that was checking us.
Yeah.
We had to make sure it was right. We had to make sure the music was right. And if we didn't, we got stared down.
Yeah.
That's right.
We got pulled up. Or we just had we had to go back to the drawing board when we got home.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So and let me say this too, Dante. Like with the Lee boys, when we grew up, man, you know, you talking about the pressure, you know, you got to think about who we used to pattern ourselves out of, like when growing up was like a powerhouse. I'm just dealing with the Florida crew.
Right.
Was Miami Liberty City. Let me tell you.
Boy, oh Lord.
They had a deadly combination, bro, because you know, Larry Taylor and Harry Bradley alone with Darren Knowles and you know, with Ben Wilson, when Lester, all that crew, man, you know, me and Glenn was the younger crew coming up under them, and they had, man, Larry Taylor set a bar so high.
Yeah.
You know, and we used to, you know, with the Taylor brothers, and, you know, that, you know, if we didn't have our game together playing, and then I never forget Charles Price, the dad.
Yeah.
You know, he was over the music. And I'm telling you, man, you could not even break in the assembly. I never forget when me and Glenn played, we was like 11 or 12. And it was, I think it was either, it was Ben Wilson on the steel, Jr. And then it was, I think it had to be Kenny or it had to be Larry Taylor, and then either Darren Knowles or maybe Lorenzo Dudley, maybe, you know, at that time. And I never forget, my dad told Price, he said, listen, let my boys play just the offering.
Okay.
So that's how we got our first, and this is in the state assembly. And then when we got on there, man, me and Glenn, we were so nervous, but that was our first break. But Charles Price was right there, and if we weren't right, he was pulling you off. Pulling you off. And so I just wanted to say that, you know, going back to even on a local level with the, you know, with my dad set the tone, me and Glenn, then, you know, with Keith, And then that's how we set the tone for our boys growing up. So I just wanted to mention that a little bit right there.
No, that's good. It's so many that's viewing here. If you're on Facebook live right now, please like and share this post. Just excited to be having a conversation with the Lee boys on this Sunday afternoon. So
Hi, Facebook.
So man, listen, this is history. This is history. So right now, are there any projects? And I'll start with you, Velt. Man, we're so. Let me just personally say, I'm so proud of you, man, and the stuff that you're doing. The heights that you.
Yeah, we are too.
Game, man. I follow you. I'm always praying for you when you're on the road, but you're doing some great things with some of the greatest musicians in the world. I mean, you're amongst great musicians, but man, Snarky Puppy and all those guys, man, Michael League.
Yeah.
Y'all don't know them, look them up. These are some heavy hitters. And to be amongst musicians like that, and talk about your album and some of the new ventures that you're getting ready to go into.
Yeah, man. Well, listen, man, I've been blessed, man. You know what, man? I've been able to play with like a lot of, great people, great names and great people. And you know what, man? I mean, you know what, man? There's nothing different, man. I'm just the same old guy. But you know what, man? It's the fact that they are drawn to, I guess, like, you know what, man? The spirit of playing. You know, like at the bottom line, man. That's what that is, you know. And listen, man, so many people, so many players, and I've been blessed to go like overseas and like a lot now, you know. But of course, because of the current world now, you know, things are like on hold.
Right.
But I am working on a record now, like, you know, man, as we speak. And there's a lot of time. I mean, there's a lot of time now to just write so much music, right? You know, that's needed. So that's what I'm doing now, man. But like, you know, man, outside of that, man, I'm just chilling right now. I have a lot of time on my hand. So there's a lot of writing that's happening.
Yeah.
Right. Like, you know, but I'm actually ready. I can could drop like 2 to 3 albums now.
Wow.
You know, but yeah, man, that's what I'm doing now. But man, I've been blessed. You know what, man? Like, you know what I'm thankful for, man. Like, seriously, man. There's a lot of spots, man. I've been like, how in the heck I'm here, you know? Like, you know, like overseas, Germany, you know, like Africa, like that's just a lot of spots. And you know what, man, like always, man, I count, like, you know, I count everything. You know what, man, it's a blessing for me. You know, so,
It is.
Yeah, but that's my journey. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, man, in a nutshell, man. Like, there's nothing more to it. There's nothing bigger than it. You know what, man? I'm out there. Like, you know what, man? God bless me to be here, be there, just to touch people.
Yeah.
You know, it's all the same thing. You know, different areas.
I mean, you know, it's the scripture. You know, your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. I mean, that's really what all of you guys are epitome of. I mean, right. The places that you've been really only exude the gift that's inside of you all.
That's all it is, man.
And I'm excited for you. I'm excited for all of you all, and for the things that you guys are doing, and the things that you have delved into. I'm like I said, I keep up with everybody and what's going on with you all. Earl, I'm gonna come back, but Earl, I want to talk about you a little bit. You one of the heavy hitting drummers who got it from the foot. I'm sure, and countless others. Tell me who were your influences coming up as a drummer.
I have a lot of influences.
Okay.
And I was sitting here thinking, like, I had my beat as a child, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a baby, that's what my mom said. I just had that beat in me. Mm-hmm. I had to go back to like the first drummer that I ever thought about seeing in my church. And it was a cat named Willie James.
Wow. Willie James King.
Oh, wow. Willie James.
Yes, man. And it was something about that I knew already. Like I knew that was my draw. Like, you know, nothing else. I knew I wanted to be a drummer. Yeah. Right. So I had to give it to him. Yeah. Not knowing the family that I came from, because I knew Atlanta. Right. But knowing that, you know, I had that Lee behind me. I knew my mom was a pianist and stuff, but you got Alvin, you got my cousin Cisa, Benji, you know, them people who once I got here and found that my foot came from Cisa, my groove came from Benji.
Cuckoo.
Them two right there,
yeah,
gave me that mix, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, them are my major influences right there.
Wow. That's
Alvin. You know, once I realized that he was that drummer.
Yeah.
Once I realized that, but you know, those two right there, they gave me what I needed in the house of God. You know, that to take it out of those walls, to learn about all the other different drummers out there.
Yeah.
The things that I could do, you know, with my 4 limbs on that kit. Yeah. They gave it to me.
Yeah. That's powerful. That's powerful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Vocally, Derrick.
Yes, sir.
Who were your influences, man? As a vocalist, and as the dancer of the group.
Come on,
y'all boys, wow. No, but my major vocal influence was my brother Keith. Wow. You know, I'm just saying, like, where you just learned it from.
Yeah.
Watching him, you know, that's it. And then outside of you know the church stuff, of course, Commission.
Fred Hammond.
What'd you say, Fred?
Absolutely. Fred Hammond and the Wines. That's now take it back to Keith, because Keith took me to my first concert to see the Winans and to see Commission. Wow. To go and see the Clark sisters.
And 50 Cent, yeah, you owe me.
Wow, done. Hey, Dante, you said it was gonna be this was gonna be an event.
It's really raw, man. It's really raw.
Wow.
Yeah, man. That's good.
Vocally, those were my influences.
I have to say, with the Winans and Commission, you know, my cousin Artie and Artie, come on, he lived by Winans and Commission. Anytime, like, you know, anytime he had to sing, it was a Winans song or it was a Commission song.
Hey, Dante, listen. So Alvin, you can step in. You mentioned Artie.
Yeah.
That was the first little subgroup. Alvin's group with me, Artie.
Wow.
KC and Jerry
Junior.
Listen, that's right.
Y'all was the Jodeci of the House of God.
Wait, Uncle Derrick, you know what you do? Like, y'all used to practice like at the house, like in the room.
Oh, Uncle Alvin, listen, Uncle Al didn't play.
Oh, Uncle Alvin.
Uncle Al was he was the head of Uncle Al, Baby Joe Jackson.
PRDN.
Baby Joe Jackson. So true.
Yeah, man, that was fun, man. That was a fun time.
Yeah, those were the days. Those were the days.
Yeah.
So fast forward it, and we can sit here and we can talk forever because we got stories to share, and I probably wouldn't be able to compose myself because we'd be laughing all night.
Yeah.
Hey Dante, let's take it back to Smith's old bar.
Man, come on! Every time we come to Atlanta,
take it back.
Every time y'all come to Atlanta, man, that's the spot. That is the spot.
Yeah.
That is a spot. I think the last time, man, because everybody would be there whenever you guys would come. So we had myself, Kashaya, Brian,
ATL crew.
AJ.
Who else?
Ray
came. Yes. Ray
man,
came.
you know that the Lee boys. That's what would, you know what. And again, like what Keith said, it was all about having a good time. You know, that's what we at a Lee Boys show. If you're a Sacred Steel player, you are getting on stage and we're gonna get some time, just like we did in church. That's what for me. That's what it was all about.
Yeah.
Switch. I ain't gonna talk too much about it. We keep talking about it.
No, it's what it is. What somebody said is switch.
Made popular on Jam Cruise.
Hey, no. I got to make one more thing before we wrap it up. I got to give a kudos to the third generation of the Lee Boys. That was after Belt Robert, after Belt Alvin and Earl. Then came, you know, of course, on the singing side, we got J-Rod, Jonathan. But on the guitar, on the musical, we had Robert, Poppy, Lil Derrick, and who else? I just want to give kudos to them because, you know, we kind of had started playing out before we, there, but we had a whole nother generation coming on.
Yeah, the Lee Boys run deep.
Yeah. So, all right.
We got a massive band.
Yes.
The water's cold and it's deep, too.
It's deep, too.
Don't start on me.
One of the videos that you did, Derrick, of me at Smith's was one of the first videos that actually went viral on me on Steel.
Wow.
Yeah. And that was at Smith's. And I was on Velt's guitar.
That's right.
I'm telling, those were the clips back in the day.
Man.
You pull it out, they're like, Derrick, what's your job? Yeah, I'm gonna stop singing and I'm gonna just start recording.
At the wrong time.
At the wrong time, right?
But it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And then I had a chat. So you know we always have honorary members. I have to give a shout out to Ivis, because Ivis said Rosie. He said he was the original. He was original honorary Lee Boy.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
No, he was. Yeah. Listen. Ivis Hicks, right, man? I remember him.
Wow.
Coming down, like, you know, like all the time, just to shed with Glenn.
Yeah.
Uncle Glenn.
I said Uncle Glenn.
See, we are truly, uncles and nephews. So.
No. But listen. Ivis was So like, it was Ivis came down and also Nate Teller too.
Yeah.
Oh, Nate Teller. Oh my
man.
God.
Come on.
No, that's my all time. I missed that. Oh my God.
That's a whole nother.
That's a whole
nother segment.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, Nathan Taylor, Nathan and Larry.
Yeah.
But
Nathan and Larry, the whole the Teller boys. Hey, look, the Lee boys are the Teller boys. Look, we are the hugest fan because you don't even know. We're like family. So that's another conversation. We'll talk about that later.
That's a whole nother one, Dante.
Yeah,
Man.
Nate taught me how to make ants fight.
Don't start no jokes, man.
Well, listen, I was privy to be on the road with you guys in 2010. You remember that? When we did some stuff in Texas and we came
New Orleans.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In Georgia,
Alabama, Dante.
Yeah, doing drums and steel. So it was.
Yeah, you remember? Oh my goodness, that's right.
Remember that?
Alabama.
Yeah, we did a college.
Remember Ivan Neville's birthday? We played that
yes.
in New Orleans. Yeah. I remember that one.
Right. Like Alabama, Dante. Listen, we got the foul. We got the foul. All right, listen, listen. That was
yes.
Wow, remember that, man. Jesus Christ.
So I'm gonna go back around. I'm gonna go back around one more time because we have a lot of musicians on Facebook and a lot of people just viewing in. And thank you all for tuning in and hanging out with us as I'm hanging out with the Lee Boys, one of the most premier Sacred Steel bands that you probably will ever hear. So going around with everybody, advice that you would leave other musicians. So I'll start with you, Earl. As a drummer, you've been around the world. You've been around a lot of drummers. everywhere. What is something that you can give to a younger drummer coming up, or advice that you would give to someone and bettering their craft? I know it kind of put you on the spot, right?
Oh, no, really, because I'm a drummer, and like you said, that one. So, and that's, I think for me, is that one, your timing.
Yeah.
Drumming is, it ain't, well, it came simple and natural to me, but working on timing is that timing, that 1, 2, 3, 4. So much can happen in that time. So stay patient and work with timing. With a drummer, you know, your ears and your timing are your best friend on stage, because being that back man, well, me personally, where my spot is listening to all that in front of me. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, timing. Listening and timing, man.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Lil Alvin.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
It's about time. What's up?
Come on, talk to me.
Hallelujah. Blessed to the Lord. Okay, man. The advice I leave is, look, do you, you know, play your style, be comfortable, be humble, and you know, just continue to practice. You know, you can always be better. You know, you can always be better. So that's what I share.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Derrick.
Join the Lee boys.
Join the Lee boys. There it is.
Join the Lee boys.
That's it.
That's
the
it,
number
man.
is 555.
Keith Lee.
Hey.
Give us some advice, man. You've been doing it the whole time.
My thing is, you know, when you go out there, just give God what's due to him.
Yeah.
All of my people only praise me and let me do the work.
Come on.
He said, I'll be lifted up. I'll draw. So no, and you don't look, you're just gonna get only one reward. And just get it from heaven. Let God do his work.
Yeah.
Lift him up.
That's good. That's good. Rosie.
Yeah, man. Listen, man, for real. Like all of y'all guys, you know, man. If you serious about it, just stick to it, man. Be true to it, man. All right, man. It's not all easy and fun and games. All right.
Yeah.
Put a little work into it.
And you know what? This is mostly for, like, I mean, well, like, you know, just plan period. You know, this is not even torn. It's just plan. You know what, man? But you know what, man? Stick to it, man. You know, just don't get yourself so beat down about it. You know, man. If you serious about it,
right?
Man, just stick at it, and things will pop off for you. Trust us, you know. And that's just overall. Generally, you know, like if you're serious about it, just stick with it.
Yep. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. Last but not least, Alvin. Unmute yourself, man. Unmute yourself, Alvin.
Unmute yourself.
There you go. I don't know why I gave him that. So anyway, but no, I just want to say, first of all, y'all, I want to give kudos to my little brother Dante. You truly have made a platform for all of us sacred steel players, both Keith and Jewel Dominions, and really for all the musicians. And I want us to, first of all, I want everybody to continue to support him, and you know, in this journey that he's doing with, you know, allowing us to just have a platform just to talk. But I just encourage everybody to, you know, like the other boys say, just stay true, because all of us have our seasons, you know. You know, we could think about all the people that have influenced us in our past. You know, some of them going on. I just go back to my brother Glenn, not in my wildest dreams, you know, that I would thought maybe, you know, not living life without him, just because all the creations that me and him did. And, you know, so I just say embrace what you have now. You know, share your gift with the world. Don't hide it, man. Don't be selfish, because, you know, you never know when your season will be over. And then, you know, all you will become is just a memory, hopefully a memory, because sometimes, you know, you might be forgotten. But I just want to say, man, Dante, to you, continue, you know, to do what you're doing. And I want everybody to continue to, you know, just, you know, thank everybody for supporting the Lee Boys over the years. I think this is 2020, so next year be like, what, 20 years professionally that we've been doing this. And so anyway, I just want to thank everybody. And I thank you again, Dante, for this platform.
Absolutely.
Sorry.
Hey,
go ahead.
Hey, Dante, real quick, just for all you musicians out there and, you know, singers, utilize this downtime to improve your crafts and practice, and because 2020 has been this year to do that. So when 2021 come and everything open back up, you'll be so ready. I'm ready.
There it is. It is.
Only the album.
Cuba.
Go ahead, Rosie. What you was gonna say?
Look, listen, man. I forgot, man. It's okay. Oh, no. But look, 20 years is 2021. Big Al.
Yeah, bro.
Professionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
2001. That's right.
All right. Well,
Man, I'm old.
something should be planned, so y'all please look out for it.
Yeah, look, everybody get your passports ready. Roosevelt, you know what to do. Start over there. I'm down. I got a special
you know
passport mask.
We'll go back where we started from. That's Canso, Nova Scotia.
Oh.
Chris Green, Corn, and Troy. That's where we started.
I think it's time that Big Al bring back another Sacred Steel.
Yeah, we need a big old jam. That's all.
Well, 2021.
2021, Lee Boys going to Wakanda.
All right.
Listen, Facebook. You guys stay right here. Facebook, thank you all for joining us. I've had so much fun with these guys. We can stay on here and probably trip and cut up and laugh for another hour or two. Thank you all. Thank you all for joining us. Please like and share this post. I hope that there's something that you can take from any one of us that has helped you along with your craft or helped you in your musicianship. Thank you all for joining us. Thank you, Lee Boys, for doing this.
Thank you, Dante.
Appreciate you guys so much. Hey, man. So I'm going to disconnect from Facebook. Thank you again, Facebook. Y'all stay here. Thank you again, Facebook. Like and share, and I'll see you guys next week. Next week, we will be talking to some premier bass players. Bass Player Edition. Don't miss out. Next Sunday, 4:00 p.m. Be there.